Melanin is a neurochemical that is produced in part through the pituitary and the pineal gland. They both play a central role in the production of melanin, which is ultimately responsible for the color that we have in our skin. Now, historically, it had always been thought that melanin played a significant role in the intellectual propensity of African people. For example, when you study some of the Greek writings on melanin or the color of Africans, many of the Greek philosophers believed that melanin played some sort of a role in how Africans had been able to create and develop some of the sciences that they had come to be known for. So melanin was always considered an intellectual sort of a chemical.
Atman, enjoy. Nidabla.
Hey, Alabina, never fed it.
Hey Hatuma, Doikatida, not a shoe for a Hatuma. Konema Nenebe, oh, Ploveri Mine, Pino morning any minute. Nenemaya, the Vimola Mankene, Abi Hakili Gereka, Daoloni Sempre.
Alabina, only a sote, never fed it, Bina Jarabine.
Move, Jarabine, Ode, Musangari Sangani, Kumajo, Siran and a flag and a minute. If I capitani and do a guardian, if I bought a Kalama, Otenema Tachi, Nani Bara is so, Beko Shansi Benela Capitarana, Aka Confiance Benega, Menafura, Billing Girima, was a low where Bajokura Kilisa.
Arabi, Makonoya, Sheri, Mirimani.
They come back so much. Joe, the killing you, Baku, the killing you, baby, provoking a bed. I do it all. Mirimang, a miri de Bellaba, not a Checano, miri de Nellaba, Erika Mirinella, Nebeka Miri, Fala, Suronere, I beg a Balik and Marvala. Hey, Hatumade, Madoredo, Nigelanitewa, Ade Pase, Nebinatewa, hey, Doarefo, Nigelanitewa, Nite Pase, if I am a fatigué, civilian, Balki Protedoro, Furate Julie,
The pineal glands of most of our white brothers and sisters are calcified, and so they make less melanin. And that comes from the historical relationship to what we call the Wormian Ice Age, that 10,000 years of glacial freezing that happened in Europe after the Africans who were the Grimaldi moved up there. And so it became the survival of the fittest. Who was able to adapt could survive. Who wasn't able to adapt died. So those people who were able to get rid of their melanin was able to survive. Those who could not get rid of the melanin, they died.
Melanin inspires us to greatness, even in the face of the adversities and obstacles that are placed in our path on a daily basis, to try to stop our inevitable return to the greatness of our ancestors. We are truly a blessed people, and the most diverse and durable race the world has ever seen. Stay blessed, my people.
These scientists said that the pineal gland, they refer to the pineal gland as a vestigial organ, that is a calcified gland within the body that serves no purpose, as if the creator would create something that you didn't need. And it was only after the Vietnam War, in the late 60s and early 70s, that they began to rewrite their interpretation of the pineal gland. The reason for that was that a large number of African Americans fought and died during the Vietnam War. And whenever a soldier dies, there's an autopsy that's performed before their body is sent back to Dover Air Force Base. And what they discovered, what these physicians discovered, is that when they performed the autopsies, the 75 to 80% of the African American soldiers had a large functioning pineal gland. The pineal gland is normally about the size of your thumb. So it was not a vestigial organ in 70 to 80% of African Americans, but it is a calcified organ in 75 to 80% of people with European ancestry. So they began to reevaluate the pineal gland. They began to reevaluate melanin.
I think if you talk to Dr. Welsing, she'll tell you this is about genetic annihilation or genetic survival, okay? It's about genetics. Who will survive America? Who will survive the world? Whose genetics will hold up? What is going to be the genotype that's on the planet 1,000 years from now? Will it be white? Will it be brown? Will it be black? And so you find that the elements of the human family that find themselves suffering from the ecology that we're in, they're struggling to survive and to be able to maintain themselves. All nations, European nations and America, white Americans, are at minus birth rate right now. Not zero birth rate, where they're keeping up with the natural death. They're at minus birth rate. And so that's why there's so much emphasis on artificial birth creation and other ways to have babies and make babies that are beyond the normal. And you'll also find that this adopting black babies, the Haiti thing, getting the children out of Central African Republic and Chad, adopting Filipino babies, Latino babies by the white community on such a high level, it is to infuse their gene pool with the melanin.